The Beyond the Fame podcast is sponsored by Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. The acclaimed musical Come From Away returns to Ford's Theater's historic stage a decade after making its debut. Experience the remarkable true story of the small town of Gander, Newfoundland, which welcomed thousands of stranded airline passengers in the days following September 11, 2001. With just 12 actors portraying more than 60 characters, this Tony Award-winning musical honors the better angels of our nature, revealing hope and humanity in a time of darkness. Come From Away kicks off on September 10th. Get your tickets today at Fords.org. And of course, this podcast is powered year-round by our longtime sponsor, the Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races in West Virginia. Rounding out August entertainment is the $1 million Charlestown Classic Race and Festival on August 28th. Enjoy live racing, live entertainment, food trucks, and more. Free fun for the whole family. Must be 21 to enter the casino floor and attend a show. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Welcome to the newest episode of Beyond the Fame with Jason Fraley. I'm your host, Jason Fraley, picking the brains of the top artists and entertainers of our time. Soul and R&B star Musiq Soulchild performs tonight at the historic Warner Theater in Washington, D.C. He joined me to preview the show and reflect on his journey to land over a dozen Grammy nominations. Hey, Musiq Soulchild. Hey, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today on Beyond the Fame.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Now, before we dive into the Warner Theater show, I know it's coming up like very soon. Before, I have to piggyback off the last interview. I just got off the phone with Letticy, who's coming to Strathmore, and so when wow. I said, oh hey, I gotta go. I got Musiq Soulchild literally on the line. She goes, oh well, tell him we need to do a duet. So, what is your response?
Oh yeah, hopefully that will happen in the near future.
Absolutely. Well, both two cool shows for people to come to this week. Get tickets to both. Go check out Musiq Soulchild. It's going to be at the Warner Theater this Wednesday, August 19th. Have you ever played that spot before? Do you remember?
I think I have, yeah. Maybe more than once, yeah.
Okay. Or how about in DC in general? How is our town, or the DMV as we like to say, Maryland, DC, and Virginia? Do you find you get a good turnout no matter when you come to this area?
Yeah, usually I do. So I'm looking forward to coming back, and I expect the same type of vibe.
Awesome. Is there? I don't want to spoil the set list, but is there a way to give just enough of a teaser of what we might hear if you have some hardcore fans that want to hear some deep cuts, or some more casual mainstream fans that know more of the bigger hits? Is there a way to sort of tease some of what that might? We're trying to sell some tickets, so say, come on out if you want to hear this and this. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm actually going to be performing songs that, if you've been following me since, beginning, or even if you just got here a few years ago, songs that you should know and love. They were pretty popular thanks to you guys. And I can't wait to perform and celebrate the legacy of these songs with you.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? You grew up not too far from here. Philly is not that far.
Right.
But I do have to say, from Jaden Daniels country, we're still mad at Jalen Hurts, man.
Okay. All right.
You guys, we had the NFC Championship battle in Jaden's rookie year here. So, but you beat us. But you know what? Congrats. We're glad that you went on. It's good to lose to the eventual champs, I guess. Or maybe it hurts more. I don't know.
Hey, it's all love. It's all love.
Are you a big football fan?
No, not really.
Oh, okay. So when I mention it, it's like, what are you talking about, dude?
Well, no, I'm in earshot, but I just don't keep up with it.
I got you. Yeah. All right. Well, fly Eagles fly casually. But anyway, no. So you grew up in Philly, in Pennsylvania. What sort of stuff did you grow up listening to? I always like to hear. Let's see. You were born in '77, so that would have been what? You would probably been too young for disco, but you probably got some of that good, late '70s, early '80s, funk and soul and that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, it was around. Growing up in Philly, you grew up on the diet of soul music. They don't call it the sound of Philadelphia for nothing. Grams and Huff and all of these other greats. But you don't know what it is until you get older and you start understanding, getting more context of what these songs are all about and all the topics, these relationship songs that they're talking about. And you start having your own experiences with those spaces. So I just grew up on people like that. But outside of Philadelphia, I mainly shout out Stevie Wonder, Donny Hathaway, and Marvin Gaye is like my main guys that learned a lot from, but so many more. Just that soul music, um, quote unquote genre, really played a big part in my musical development.
Awesome. I love paying well, not only paying it forward but paying it backward to, give the
Yeah, yeah.
flowers to those cuz time I people think I'm weird when I say this, but I think time is an illusion. I think past, present
Oh
and
wow.
future, I think it always kind of we all kind of talk to each other. Like Marvin Gaye, his music is
Mm,
just as much alive today as when he was
yeah.
alive. I don't. That's what I think.
No, no, you onto something, man. I don't disagree. You're not wrong, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, we've had. I love that you name check Donny Hathaway. We've had Layla Hathaway on here a couple times, and like
Uh,
it's just cyclical. Well, in that case, it's
hmm
his actual daughter, but like even when
right.
it's not, like you're not related to Stevie, but his music is in your music. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
I don't know. I love painting the history of all this. I truly do.
yeah. That's
Um,
that's that's my that's my musical uncle. That's my musical OG.
do you call him Unc or not?
No,
It would
let
be
him
an
tell it.
honor.
Let him tell it. We brothers.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Awesome. So I think I read that you leave high school early and you eventually make your way into a music career. You get
hmm
signed by Def Soul Records,
hmm
which is, part of, I guess it's like more of the R&B version of Def Jam.
Something
Uh,
like that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, and this, what is this? 2000. So this is, I just
Uh,
want to sing.
it's just yeah. I just want to sing. That was the whole point. It was just a creative and stylized way of saying I just want to sing.
Yeah, absolutely. And people probably remember the big hit was Just Friends, Sonny, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just friends.
Yeah.
Some people refer to it as Sunny, which is odd, but that's fine.
Yeah.
It's a old jazz standard. Sunny,
Right.
sunny. Yesterday, my life was filled with rain. Sun, that one.
Yeah, of course. That's the one
Yeah,
every sample. Everybody knows that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then Girl Next Door, Love, a lot was on that. Do you have a particular favorite or one you're most proud of off there, or is it or the whole shebang, start to finish, whole album?
I would say the album itself because that's the one that introduced me to everyone, and it went, the equivalent of viral at that time.
Right.
Totally unexpected. So yeah, I would say the whole thing.
I like how you say the equivalent of viral, but it probably did short a few years later, thanks to all, Napster and LimeWire and all this illegal file
Mm,
sharing. It probably did
right.
go viral. But your generation didn't get to capitalize on all that
Nah.
album sales like previous
And
generations.
streams,
Not
nah.
fair. It was
Mm-mm.
like that lost period.
It was a different time. It's just a
Yeah,
different
man.
time.
But you did well for yours. They still went like platinum or something. It
I
did
appreciate
great.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. I like to think so.
I think so. All right, and then you followed up another, interestingly named title. Just listen. I'm kind of joking with you when I'm
Nah, I
mispronouncing it,
got
but
you. I got you.
but I love so it's just listen. But it's hard to do on the radio, on the audio if you're listening. So it's like spelled Juslisen, all one word is what we're going for. But it's
Yep.
just listen. Yeah.
Yep.
How did you half crazy? People remember some what? Don't change something. A bunch of, or I guess that's the George Harrison cover of it. Something, but
Something.
something
Uh-huh.
in the way you make she move. All right. Yeah. How do you find yourself growing between album one and album two?
Uh well, so that was a very interesting time for me. None of this was expected. None of it was actually intended by me. I was just kind of vibing, Things were being presented to me and I just kept saying, yeah, it was like a weird, improv process for me.
Nice.
A lot of my first album was really my demo. Um, and then when it came time to do the second album, it was suggested that, and I agreed to it, that it would be in my best interest to sort of pattern it off of what I did on the first album, kind of like try to do it again, catch lightning in the bottle once again. And I didn't understand it because there was this thing about a sophomore jinx that I completely like, it was lost on me. Um, and I just, in my mind, I was like, well, if the first one worked, then clearly the second one is going to work. If I follow that same formula, and that's a little, I would say that's kind of what the process was for me.
Yeah. Sophomore Jinx is loser talk. I mean, you don't even pay attention to
I
it. You
don't
know what I mean?
even,
You just
yeah,
plow right through it.
yeah, I never even, it was not a thing until somebody mentioned it to me.
Exactly. I love it. View it that way. But yeah, but it did. I guess that one. So that gets Grammy nominated, right, for best R&B album as well as
If
Half
I'm
Crazy,
not
right?
mistaken, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, and I should say Love off the previous one also was up for a Grammy. So I guess you've rattled off three at this point in our chronology. So
Yeah.
and I guess who were you up against for R&B album?
I'd never really been the one to keep up with stats and things like that.
Good.
That was never really a point of interest to me. Everybody
Yeah.
around me was a lot of people around me tend
Yeah.
to really respond.
Yeah.
to responded to stuff like that.
Yeah.
I kind of felt weirded out because it's like, why is it so important? I don't understand.
Yeah, like I
Um,
don't care. Yeah.
but it was because of how I came into the business. Everything was kind of like ahead of me, and I was just, like I said, I was just vibing.
I love it. Well, actually, I wasn't planning on doing this, but we just did this with Lettucey, and it actually helped us cover a lot more ground in a little time. So if you're game,
Oh,
we kind of did it like a rapid fire, and she just started throwing out, I would say that a song or an album, and she would kind of talk not about the Grammys and all the fame crap, but like like where you were creative, in your creative soul process, going coming your music
okay.
soul child.
I got you. I think I
Yeah.
got you.
All right. So let's double back real quick, and hit the ones we hit. So love. What do you think of me say love?
Love. I would say uh, therapy session.
Nice. Half crazy.
Um, boundaries.
Ooh. How about off of Soul Star? How about For the Night?
Uh, YOLO.
Oh, all right. I love it. Are you experienced?
mm, uh, 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 legendary.
Love it. All right, and then let's see, off of your fourth album, Love and Music, Buddy, Buddy.
Classic.
Okay. How about the album itself, Love and Music?
Um, so Love and Music for me was almost like a restart.
Okay.
Not like a restart. It was more like a reintro. The reason why I'm saying this is because between Soulstar and Love and Music, there was like a lull, and I switched labels.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like a, I don't know. It's not really a restart. Um,
It's a reinvention.
no, not really. It was like a re, a re, a re. I don't think it's a re word. Maybe not. That's probably where I'm stuck.
A reboot, don't
A
call it a
reboot.
don't
I'm
call it a
going to
comeback.
come back. I've been in here.
We've been here for years.
Shouts out, yeah, shouts out to LL. A
By the
reboot.
way, I met
I
him on
like
the red
reboot.
carpet at the Kennedy Center Honors back before all that Kennedy Center mess started
Oh,
happening.
fire.
But back when they were
Oh,
actually
nice.
giving, they started giving some hip hop artists long overdue Kennedy Center Honors.
Oh,
Awesome.
fire. That's
Yeah,
dope. That's dope.
it was awesome.
But yeah, I like reboot. Yeah, I say loving music. Yeah, that was a reboot.
Reboot after your lullin' music. You could have been lullin' music, but instead it's loving music.
Lolling music.
All right,
Hilarious.
I love it. All right. So beautiful.
Special.
Okay. And that's off of On My Radio. Why do you say special? If you don't mind, I might ask for elaboration on some of these.
That was the first time I directly wrote a song about a person.
Are we allowed to say who?
Anyway, next question.
Hey, you don't want to bring back bad memories. There you go. So in
I
that,
wouldn't say that, but again, that's in the
yeah,
overshare
I
department.
gotcha, I gotcha. So in that case, with the one word rapid fire, I should have left it at that. All right. How about If You Leave, featuring the legendary Mary J. Blige?
Oh, um, I've already used at least two words that I
Mhm.
would attribute to that. So I would say, hmm, epic.
Okay. And Chocolate High. I mean, we're getting the little feet, the
Oh wow.
features.
That's nostalgic.
Okay. All right. So moving along. Gosh, we're still only in 2011. I'm gonna speed it up. All right, we're still friends. This stuff seems recent to me in my memory,
Oh
but
no, it's fine.
when
Hey,
you
time, like you said, time, man.
yeah, exactly. We're still
Mhm.
friends.
We're still friends. We're still friends. What's we're still friends? We're still friends?
It says you're nominated for male R&B vocal performance for this.
That's a
So you've been nominated so many times you don't even remember the songs that were nominated.
like I said, I don't really keep up.
Oh, it says here you go. It's a collab with saxophonist Kirk Whalum.
Kirk Whalum. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, with
All right.
Kirk Whalum.
Well,
Yeah.
now give Kirk some love. My
That
son.
was a Donny Hathaway remake. Yeah.
I love it. That's hilarious.
That's I'm grateful
Yeah.
that I could be contributive to both Kirk and Donnie's legacy.
I love it. See, seriously, this is when you know you're an icon. When you've forgotten. They always say, you know what's the old phrase like? Oh, I've forgotten more than you know. Well, literally, you've forgotten more
Well,
nominations
more
than
so,
you.
well, more so for me is I do so much
Yeah,
that I forget to remember.
exactly. Oh, forget to remember. There's an album title. Chew on that one for a while.
Okay, all right.
Not bad, not bad.
Appreciate it.
How about I do?
Oh, I do. Uh, transparency.
Ooh, okay. That was 2017. So we're getting a little bit more recent. And then 2018, I guess your most recent Grammy nomination was Feel the Real, Best R&B Album.
Hey, a vibe. The
Oh,
whole album, a vibe.
I feel like your voice kind of lit up a little more than some of the other ones on that. Why is that? You
If we
love
starting to
that
get it,
album.
we starting to get into that rabbit.
Okay. So we're gonna have a whole podcast, but we can't talk about any of this. I don't remember the songs, and I'm not allowed to talk about it. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like Fight Club.
Yeah, it's like Fight Club. That's the first and second rule. You're not we don't talk about the how the songs were created. And the second rule is we don't talk about how the songs were
Well,
created.
it's not that. It's just a lot of these get so long-winded.
Okay, that's fine.
And it's just, and trust me, I would love to talk about every single
Yeah.
song
Yeah.
because they're all unique and special
Yeah.
and they have their own backstory. But on average, people tend to not have the attention span. So I've learned to kind of like keep it short.
I like it. Well, you and I aren't average people, but I get it. Most average people probably don't want to listen.
Yeah.
Pick up the memoir one day or watch the
Yeah.
documentary someday when it's made.
Maybe. Yeah.
When we got more time than, like a 20, 30 minute interview. But anyway, no, Feel the Real. Everyone probably remembers that one. I guess it was up against the Bruno Mars 24 Karat Magic. It was that whole year. I mean,
Oh, it
that's
was? Oh,
oh.
wow. Okay.
Well, I just pulled up the list. I didn't know this by heart, but Lettucey was Let Love Rule that year. So there you go. So that we
Oh,
always we're wrapping around to the Lettucey from the beginning.
okay, cool. Full circle, full circle.
Full circle. Well, I would say perfect place to leave it since we went full circle, but you dropped Fight Club, and I'm a movie guy, like no joke.
Got you.
So
Okay.
a lot of this music, I had to like look up to remember the years and stuff. I remember some of the songs, obviously,
Mm,
but movies, I got it all in my head. Like you say, try me, like say any year ever, and I can spit it out. I just want to know. I want you to know who you're dealing with, and then I'll go into
got you.
hit me with a
Um,
year. It could be long before we were born, whatever. Hit me a year.
77.
77 is Star Wars is the big blockbuster.
Yeah.
Woody Allen's Annie Hall wins Best Picture. There's a
Wow.
bunch of big movies that year.
That's
But
crazy.
but
84.
um Amadeus, the Mozart one, wins Best Picture.
Wow. That's crazy.
But at the box office, it's like Ghostbusters and
Mm-hmm.
uh Spinal Tap. Uh
Wow.
a lot of stuff. And then you got their indies like Jim Jarmusch doing Stranger Than Paradise and
Okay.
Wim Wenders doing
Um,
Paris, Texas. And anyway.
ni- 96.
Oh, you still want to keep going? All right.
Oh, at least I'll try to get three. At
No, I
least three.
can, whatever. Yeah. Well, my favorite that year is probably Fargo, probably. But when I was a kid, it was Independence Day, probably. And what else came out that year? I guess English Patient wins, but
Oh.
Fargo is my favorite. Or Sling Blade. There's a lot
Ah,
of right?
I like those daters.
Yeah, is that uh-huh.
hmm
Talking about Music Soulchild, huh?
That's pretty impressive. I just wanted to see how
Anyway,
far
my
you
point
could
is
take it. That's pretty good.
what do you have anything like that? Do you have a mind as a steel trap for like music dates or chronologies or anything crazy? Or
Mm.
am I just I'm a little touched?
Hey, one of us. It's okay.
One of us. There. Oh, all right.
It's okay.
Are you quoting Freaks?
I'm just saying we all pay a little rent on that spectrum.
Absolutely. Oh, hell yeah. I don't know where on that spectrum I am, but it definitely. But anyway, you didn't even know it, but you quoted Freaks from 1932 horror movie.
Oh no,
Uh,
I didn't know that. Wow.
Absolutely, one of us, one of us. All
That's
right,
where
so
that came from. I didn't know that.
exactly,
I probably picked it up
exactly.
from a cartoon when I was younger.
Oh, I'm sure. See, but that's how it happens. Just like I was saying, there's no time in music. It's the same with movies and TV. Like
Right. Got
like
you.
you realize that these get quoted and quoted. Like when I
Hmm.
heard what we got here is a failure to communicate, I thought it was Guns N' Roses, but no,
Wow.
it's actually
Yeah.
Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah.
Anyway, how about you? So it's Fight
Yeah.
Club. What are your favorites now that whole rabbit hole is
Ah, I don't really have favorites.
or
I just,
genre? Is there a genre you like?
well, sci-fi probably would be if I did have one.
Okay.
It'd probably be sci-fi.
Cool. Well, yeah, I hate when people try to say what's your favorite movie, but do you have like I won't even make you do like a Mount Rushmore, but and give you four. I'll just say more open-ended than that. What are some of the sci-fi movies you like? Are you talking like Star Wars sci-fi, or you
Star
mean
Wars,
like
sci-fi,
okay,
Star Wars.
okay?
Really big Star Wars fan.
That's
I
why you
even
went 77 on the trivia. I got you.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your ranking of Star Wars? What is your? Do you have an order like your favorites? The original
Mm-mm.
trilogy or new ones? Anything?
I so I so it's weird for me because the OG ones are goated, but I like the new technology for the new ones. So it's
Sure.
like it's weird for me. I don't know how to rank them.
It's okay. Yeah, because you're starting to. It's like, well, if we're talking like influence and pioneering and inventing all these
Yeah,
characters, it's like the first and the second one,
yeah,
famous quotes. But if you're talking about special effects, of course, it gets better every year.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, do you have a favorite of the newer ones? We'll leave it at that. Do you have a favorite of the newer ones,
Mm,
like Force Awakens or Last Jedi or Rise of Skywalker or Rogue One or Mandalorian or
I
Andor?
do. I did think the Mandalorian offshoot was really interesting. I did like that.
Okay.
Um, Rogue One was pretty fire too because it just gave it a fresh facelift on it.
Yeah.
Um,
And it was like self-contained. Like they all kind of, they all
yeah,
sacrificed themselves at the end. It was just like a
yeah.
nice little self-contained little,
It's a nice self-contained, yeah.
yeah, like a non-episode Roman numeral installment.
Right.
It's a good
Yeah,
one
yeah,
in
yeah.
between. A good,
hmm
yeah.
Um, Actually, my favorite movie for a long time was The Wiz.
Really? There you go. I was
hmm
just talking about that with Lettucey.
Oh, wow, there you go. Yeah.
There you go. And now
hmm
and boom, now we've come full circle. Apparently she played the lead role growing up or something like that. Anyway, okay.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. All right. Well, that is full circle. There you go. Hey, Musiq Soulchild. Thanks for indulging me on, going through your whole history literally like neither of us knew we were doing this interview until about like half hour ago. So I
Oh,
appreciate you.
that's fine. That's fine. But I would like to say I'd like to mention the last project I put out called Victims and Villains with Hit Boy. That's actually my favorite Music Soul Child album.
Really? All right, we explain why.
Well, the reason why I didn't want to say that Love and Music was a restart is because that actually felt like a restart.
Okay. So like a complete,
hmm
not just reboot, a restart on this
A
one.
complete restart because I was 1 foot out, to be honest. That's a whole nother rabbit I don't want to get into. But that project actually low-key brought me back. So shouts out to Hit Boy. Shouts out to my homie Lex. He's Lex, he's an artist. But he's also my co-pilot, songwriter, engineer, and we work together on that project. And I attribute a lot of my willingness to, keep swinging to him, and also linking up with Hit Boy. So that was a pretty it was a privilege to work on that project for a lot of reasons. So anytime I talk to somebody and they ask me about my music or whatever, I always like to mention that to let them know in the event that you didn't know about that, because that's possible, because it didn't really get a lot of backing. um that's my favorite Music Soul Child album, Victims and Villains.
Wow. Well, shout out to Hit Boy for helping getting you back in it. Awesome.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Well, we're glad you're back at it. And we're
I
glad you
appreciate
didn't.
that.
We're glad you didn't step away.
Yeah, yeah. Well, as long as people show up, I'm gonna keep pulling up.
Well, there you go. If you want him to keep, putting out music, you got to show up. Show up at the Warner Theater this Wednesday,
Yes,
August 19th,
please.
Washington, D.C. And just a little insider tidbit. A lot of people don't know that theater is so historic that when you're walking in, if you get a chance, out on the sidewalk, there's like little, it's kind of like the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but a much smaller
Mm,
DC version where there's like
right,
a little plaque of all like the legends that have played there. I don't remember
right,
Stevie
right.
Wonder, whoever, and there's like even like they sign their name like in the little concrete or whatever. So a lot of people don't know that the DC version is right there at Warner Theater, but check it out if you get a sec on the way in. All right.
Oh, cool. I appreciate that. Thanks for the heads up.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
Thanks. Same to you.
Thanks so much for listening to Beyond the Fame with Jason Fraley. Our theme music is Scott Buckley's Clarion. Remember to give us a 5-star rating if you like what you hear. We'll see you next time.